Hey, this is Rick with Shooter 1721. Come on, man. Look what we got here. FX. You're like, wait, that's Dream Pup. Yeah, we saw that. Nope. This is the Power-Pup. You're like, Power-Pup? Yeah, well, they decided to change the valve and up the system a little bit and add some more power to this guy. We got a 480cc bottle in the front, which to me, I like that. I'm not a super bullpup fan, like on the smaller rear cocking levers. But one thing, when I got this, I was like, oh my goodness. So I got both barrels with it. I got a 700 and a 500 in 30 cal. And I thought, I like the little short barrel, so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to shoot this with the 500 millimeter and see what kind of accuracy we got. And man, was I glad I put the 500 on here. Do not underestimate the 500 FX. Oh my goodness. I love it. In 30, on top we have the Helix. This is Element Optics Helix 4-16. And amazing, nice, perfect little scope for this. You see I got no limits on here on the dovetail, 11 millimeter dovetail. There's so many different little features about this gun, and you can see that it's on an Accutac bipod. I want to thank Accutac so much for sending this. I want to thank Saber Tactical for sending this bottle clamp. So you put this bottle clamp on so you can put the bipod on, and this thing works perfectly, tightens just right. I want to thank Donnie, always keeping things quiet. All right, let's take a look on the back here. Let's turn you around. Of course, you can see the reg and the pressure right there. We'll bring this around, flip it around. Ryan will get some more close-ups. But you can see that you're able. One thing that I really like, no more fill probes. Done with that. My Power-Pup right here, got the male Foster fitting right there. You're able to really get into the tuning of this gun. Still fills to 230 bar. So it's still there, and I have the reg at 155, and I can get about 2 mags out of that. And you're like, what side shot mags? Well, they're 13 shots each, so that's about 26 shots on high power. And you're like, well, that's not a lot of shots. Well, I maxed this out for the video because I wanted to see what kind of power I could get out of the 500. Now, if I put the 700 on here, we're shooting about, on max power here, we can shoot about 928 to 930 with the 500. Now you add that 700, now you're barking somewhere in the upper 975 to 980. You can get them going out of that 700. You gain about that much. And it does depend on temperature, so that's not an actual quote. That's just from what I remember. That is, yeah, I know you guys, I talk a lot in the beginning of the videos. You know what? Oh yeah, before I go there, this gun is only 33 inches. From here to here. So it's 33 and it weighs 7.5 pounds. 7.45. With the scope, of course, it's in the 8s. High 8s, but easy to shoot offhand. Now, that's enough talking. Let's get to shooting this thing. Okay, here we are at the 50-yard mark, and we got the 500 millimeter, as you can see here, in 30 cal. And we're going to leave the chronograph on the front there so you get some chronograph numbers. You can see I just shot a couple so you can see what kind of speed we got going. And we'll see what we can get here. Let's shoot a 5-shot group. Well, FX, 30 cal, 500 millimeter Power-Pup perfection. You look at that group, that's right at a 1/4 inch at 50, maybe a little, it might be under this time. This actually is one hole down there, so it's phenomenal. If you do decide to get a Power-Pup, this is just my personal opinion, what you should get the 30 cal 500 millimeter if you like to shoot. Look at that power that you're getting out of the 500. So with that kind of power, you're going to be able to shoot 100 yards also. And 50 is nothing for this gun. It's not even stretching a little bit. I shot some groups at 70 on Facebook and Instagram, 75 I think, and that was still under a 1/2 inch. I really like the 530. All right, let's see what else we can get into. Okay, well, we just shot the 5-shot accuracy test, and you got to see how perfect this 500 millimeter barrel shoots. Actually, 500 millimeter 30 FX is one of my favorites. Very, very favorite. I am going to, since my reg's set at 155, I'm going to turn this down to medium, but I don't expect to see a huge difference. Turn the dial down here. So I'll turn it, now I still have it on max power here. So I'll move this over so I don't shoot my tripod out there. Probably only go down 20 feet per second. Yeah, about 20 some feet per second. Now we'll cut it back, the dial wheel. Let's go back to 3. Now remember, my reg's set at that. So let's see what it does now. There you go. So you want to tune it just a little bit. So that was 3. Let's go to 4. See if it changes a lot. There you go. So now you're seeing you can come up in power. Now we're up at 5. So you can see you're able to tune this gun the way you want it, even with the 500 millimeter. I set it for max power because I wanted to see what the 500 millimeter and the Power-Pup would do. And I'm sure we could go up a little bit on the reg, but I wouldn't. I would keep it there. And that's one thing that I definitely like. And you saw that's on medium there. So with the dial, you can go back to high, leave it on high. You never want to adjust this. You never want to adjust this when it's on, when it's cocked. Never do any adjusting with it. Always do your adjustments before that. Okay. You guys want to see some more? Is that what you want to see some more? Let's see what kind of power we're getting here. There you go. See, now I have it set. There you go. So when you're watching me shoot the 5-shot accuracy, I'm pretty sure I might have had that set on 5. So this shows this is full maxed out. This is what kind of power you're seeing right there. And that's that's over 80 foot-pounds of energy there. So, all right, let's get into some final thoughts. Okay, what we learned here about the FX Power-Pup. Oh my goodness, what we learned is it got some serious accuracy. That was right at a 1/4 inch at 50 yards. So that was kind of nothing. That really wasn't fair. I probably should have did the 5-shot test at 75 with this guy. What an amazing little offhand shooting. One thing about this, shooting this offhand, it just feels so good. It comes up nice. Look, you can hold one arm. Hold that there. Shoot one arm if you want. And I really like the Helix MOA. His first focal plane 4-16. I didn't mention that in the beginning of the video, but very, very nice tracking that I had with this. It worked very well. The clarity was great at 50 and 100 yards. 100 yards is important. And I saw, now in the video, of course I didn't shoot. I'll shoot in another video. We're going to do another video of this gun, but we're going to put the 700 millimeter on. We just wanted to give you a brief overview of this gun. I give this an A+, of course. And, again, want to thank sponsors like Donnie and Saber Tactical and Element Optics and FX themselves. But I always want to thank Justin Jacobson, because when guns shoot like that, that's because they were tuned by Utah Airguns Justin Jacobson. And that's who tunes these guns for me, and I mean, they just shoot outstanding every time. I want to thank you, Justin. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody for all your comments. And this is Rick with Shooter 1721. Thanks for watching. What a great